Hey everyone, Captain A A Ron here in the bowels of the Screamin Narwhal. I know it's a little weird, a little cramped, but I'm actually sitting in the entryway into the boat. Now, I'm sitting on a step right now. This going up here, you'll go into the cockpit, and then of course down you'll go into the salon. This is a 3-step system. In this step right here is the toolbox that we use to take care of the motor. Underneath this step is actually the motor itself that goes back further into the boat and actually has a drive shaft system that runs the propeller on the bottom. And then underneath the step I'm sitting on is the battery compartment. And that's where we house the batteries that we use while we're away at sea, and we have our solar panel up there that's going to provide us the necessary power. Now, as we get closer to splashing and get closer to getting all this stuff done and seaworthy, I'm going to buy more batteries. I'm going to buy more solar panels, and we're going to do our best to power this baby as much as possible, because I want to be comfortable, but I also want to enjoy myself while I'm sailing. So hopefully all the stuff that we have right now is going to work out, and we've got some big plans, but enough of that for right now. Let's open this bad boy up and see what's in it. Alright, so as you come up to the floor, it looks like it's one piece, right? Well, you can lift up this portion, and then, oh-ho, this wood piece slides out, and what do we have? We have our toolbox. Now the toolbox this is just basic everyday use for our tools. Oh, it's pretty big. It's got everything in here that you can use. We haven't gone through it and updated this toolbox yet, but it's a pretty neat storage component, or storage area for our toolbox, and we will continue to use it as such. So, next step. Alright, it's a little difficult to get angles from when you're moving down like this, but anyway, here is the actual engine. Now, how we take this out. Now, as you can tell, we have a nice piece of metal here at the bottom of this, and uses that as a lot of sound dampening. So we lift this up. Ooh. There we go. And we can see the engine. Now, we don't have a very good angle of it. I will fix that here in a second. Alright, so here is the mess of the engine right now. I am working non-stop to try and figure out diesel engines. So my entire time in the military, I don't know if I said this last episode, I worked as a corpsman. So I worked on the human hydraulic system. So I am learning a lot about diesel fuel, diesel engines, how to work with diesel engines, all this fun stuff. And this is just a giant learning experience for me. Now, for those of you boaters out there who are actually looking at this, you can tell that this is not your regular, everyday, run-of-the-mill Marine Yanmar engine or anything like that. This is actually a Volkswagen Rabbit engine that I was told by the person that owned this boat before me is a little bit more, it's a little easier to get parts just about everywhere in the world than you would a regular Yanmar if you're going to go places that don't specifically have marinas and stuff like that to land at. So I was told it's a good idea. I haven't started this thing up yet. That it hasn't been worked on in a while, and this is one of the big projects that we're going to have working on in the future. All right, so one more thing we got to talk about is under this last step here. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this bad boy up. You can see this is where the battery components are, and this is where all the electronics pretty much. This is the brains of the boat. This is where everything's going to go. We removed the batteries because the batteries were just sitting on that piece of wood down there, and it was not as safe as we would like it. So I removed the batteries, and I have since put them in battery boxes. I just have not been able to move them back in here yet and rehook them up. But this is going to be a fun experiment and fun way to learn on just about all this stuff. So as you can tell, looking at this compartment, you would think, oh my gosh, that is not a lot of room to work on a big engine like that. How am I going to get to the back of the engine if I need to work on anything? How am I going to get to the front? How am I going to change out those belts, cotter pins, whatever it may be? Well, honestly, it's a little bigger than you might think, but in the starboard bedroom, there is a wall that comes out, and I can reach back there and get to the back of the engine a lot easier. I can't tape back there right now because there's lots of stuff going on, and we're kind of using it as a garage. But in the future, you'll probably see me squeezing my large frame back there to get in the back of the engine and work on it, change oil, so on and so forth. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this episode of the Screamin Narwhal. This is Captain A A Ron, just throwing out a lot of love for everybody that's watching the videos, liking and subscribing. Keep those comments coming. We really like to talk to you guys in the comments below. And thanks for coming on this journey. We're just beginning, and we want to take you along with us. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks again.